Yeah. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining in. I was setting up the stream. Now I'm properly set up. All right. Cool. Let's do this. So, the stream is set up. Everything is good, and yeah, it's a little bit difficult managing the OBS if it shows you black screen all the freaking time. But anywho, I was successful at setting up the stream, and welcome to my channel again. It's been almost a month. I didn't post any editing videos and stuff because it was Ramzan going on, and I was quite busy with family, and yeah, and as you know, a lot of stuff is going on nowadays. A pandemic is going on, and then now people are racially getting discriminated in USA and everywhere else, in India as well. And anywho, this is like a huge like this year has been like a huge pain in the ass, I should say. That's the proper word, I hope. But I also feel that it did bring a lot of other things as well in front of us. Like there is some positive also going on. People are helping each other, and people are coming out of their houses to help poor people, and they are coming out of their houses to like, you know, the doctors, the nurses, the policemen. They are working day and night to fight this disease, fight the corona, and also fight a lot of other things which are coming our way. Anyhow, keeping those aside, I hope you guys are doing well and keeping safe at your places. And let's begin with the Photoshop. Let's begin with the editing. Been a very long time. I'm a little bit awkward on mic because I fumble a lot, I think a lot, and then I talk, because if it's just that I'm not that good in front of a camera. Honestly speaking, I am a photographer, but you know, performance anxiety. Anywho, so let's begin. So this is one of my very well-known model, Aarti Dharampuria. She also has a channel. Please do follow her as well. I have given a link in the description of her YouTube channel, also of her Instagram, if you guys want to check out her amazing pictures, which of course I click, and she also clicks, by the way, just saying. So yes, let's begin with editing this image. I want to post this image today, or maybe by tomorrow I'll post this image. So let's edit, and let's start by I think this skin is quite clean. Let's still remove a little bit of the blemishes and stuff we can see. Alright, let's take a patch tool. I usually use a patch tool. It's much quicker, much easier. Alright, so anyhow, alright, this looks good. Yeah, it's much quicker and easier from patch tool. I can use a healing tool as well, but I prefer patch tool. Alright, I'm not gonna go for perfection right now over here, because I know that later on I can, like, you know, blur this small stuff out. I'm just taking care of the bigger ones. Alright. Alright. Here is one. Yeah, sorry, I cannot fast up the process, it's live. And this is my first live, by the way, guys. I am really excited. I don't know how this is gonna be. Like, this is gonna be the first live I will be looking back to after 20 years, or maybe 15 years. After that, I'll be looking back and I'll be like how stupid I sound in the first live, you know. do things for the first time, and then you look back to that thing. Like, of course, everybody must be having such an experience. Your first picture, your first bike ride, whatever you remember, and you will notice that it was stupid. It was. Oh, of course, if you are a perfectionist, and then you're like, yeah, no, bro, I am like some superhero. I do everything perfect. So then that's good for you. Good for you. But for me, yeah, I have a lot of stupid first. So I'm very sure the live is also one of those. And okay, fine. Let's go this. I think. All right. Cool. So this looks good enough for now, and later on, if we want to remove more blemishes, we will do it using the blur. Cool. Now let's start with the frequency separation. Oh, my favorite. Okay. I want the color right now, so let's increase this and this. Alright. So let's this frequency separation is F3. Right, yeah. So this is control F3. I already have an action made. So this is a skin, this is the texture, you know the drill. Alright, so creating a new layer above the skin layer. And now let's paint. So take the brush, opacity I will keep to 2%. Opacity is 100, flow is 2%. And should we brighten the image a little? Should we? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's delete this layer altogether. Let's open camera raw. Alright, this is camera raw. Let's just like, you know, alright, bring that a little bit down. Okay, let's play with the lights and highlights first. Shadows, can remove a little bit of shadows. Oh, nice. Okay, a little bit of white. I won't remove the blacks. Don't remove the blacks. Just add a little bit, because anyway the shadows are removing a lot of blacks. All right. Okay. Let's brighten up the image a little slightly. Like, let's say 20. This is looking good. Let's see the before and the after. Huge difference. Anyhow, let's at vibrance like 5, 6, 10. Let's add 10. Let's check before and after. Yeah. Let's keep it like 8, not too much. And saturation is like 1. Don't touch much for the saturation part. Alright, let's see if we can. No, I'll do that clarity and thing later on. Let's see. Alright, cool. So this looks very good. This was looking like a little bit dull, of course, due to the light. It was just a window light, and now looks very cool. Alright, let's jump into this full screen the shit, and let's go. Alright, now let's do the frequency separation stuff. Okay, don't zoom in too much while doing the frequency separation. So let's say alright, so the skin texture. Okay, so the skin, we'll just create a new layer above the skin. Let's start painting. The flow is 2%. Remember that you can keep it 3%. Don't go above 3%. I will recommend not to go above 3%. 2% is just to control the brush more, so I can, like, you know, drag it according to what I like. Alright, Alt. So first things first, let's settle out a little bit of the colors over here. I like the skin color to be a little bit of the color which I've chosen right now. So I'm gonna like slightly grab and not make it a like total. The color which I've grabbed right now is this, so I'm not gonna make it like total that the same whole color. You cannot do that, of course. So I'm just gonna like, you know, slightly touch. And by the way, I'm using an XP pen drawing pad. So guys who are using, who are gonna use mouse, should be like, you know, should be more careful how much pressure and how much they're dragging. So if you can see, there is a very slight, because later on I don't have to like, you know, match the face skin with the body skin. Of course there is going to be a difference between that. So keeping in mind of all those factors, I'm just gonna make the change. Check this out. Alright, so don't retouch like crazy, just like slightly. It's not huge. I'm just trying to make it as less as possible of the same color. Ooh, this looks nice. So wherever I'm finding the dark, alright, let's take a little bit of this side. Alright, so you can either create new layers for nose, for lips, for eyes, whatever, but not for eyes, sorry, not for eyes, for forehead, for nose, for lips, for chin, for right cheek, for the left cheek, whatever. I do it in one layer depending on what you like, what you prefer. Professionals do make a lot of different layers. Not much. I don't prefer much of different layers. Alright. And by the way, guys, I do have to inform you as well, by the way, I have started a new gaming channel. Oh yeah. This is the fun part. I have started streaming live gaming. I play World of Tanks, not PUBG, sorry to disappoint. And yeah, I will surely also link it below in the description if you guys want to follow and see the gameplays and enjoy it with me. You are most welcome even to join the game, because it's one of the best games I have ever played. It's basically based on different tanks from World War I and II. So yeah, do follow me there, subscribe my channel, and alright, see? So I have not like removed the whole brown tint. If you can see it very clearly, I have still like merged it properly with the skin. So if you see now, the skin doesn't have two different skin tones, like brown and then the skin. So it's more like merged right now. Alright, let's take a little bit of the forehead thing. Let's which one? Alright, let's see this one. Let's see how it fits the. If not, I'm gonna take the. So usually the forehead it looks different because as we humans, we always in the pictures, the forehead will never have one single color. It will always have 2 or 3 different shades, not visible to the human eye, but of course for the camera it's different. So take care of that part as well. See, slight retouching will always help. Don't go overboard with painting, otherwise you will mess up real bad. And if you have not created different layers, you will mess up more bad than that. So yeah, let's paint a little bit over here. And alright, so nice. Alright, this looks fine. Okay. This is good. Cool. So face looks very natural right now. I have not done any sort of like heavy retouching, heavy frequency separation right now. So I'm just gonna take white right now. I'm just gonna take white in the brush. I'm just gonna like slightly like paint over here where the highlight is. Right, perfect. She has a nice sharp nose, so let's keep it that way. Okay, of course you can come back, Control Z. Alright, yeah, let's keep it like this, and let's retouch a little bit here. No, too much. Alright, see, this is what I'm saying. So if you think that it's going way up, way ahead while editing, stop there. See? Okay, looking much better. And then again the same thing over here. Alright. Oh, of course you can always reduce the flow to 1%. So the flow, if on 1%, will be in more control. Basically that is the control of your brush. Alright, so you see, this is how. Alright, so the light, I'm just shaping the light right now on her cheek. Alright, let's alright. Alright, cool. So now let's reduce the brush size and just paint a little bit over here. Perfect. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. What do you think, guys? A bit too much, right? Yeah, bit too much. Bit too much. Let's get it back. Yeah, let's get it back. See, this is what I'm saying. If you don't want to go all this way back, you need to understand that you should create another layer. So let's create another layer for the right cheek. Alright, just give me 1 second. I need to push this night mode off. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, it makes the screen go a little bit ambient for the night mode. Nah. Okay, let's do one thing. I have a better idea. Let's do this later on. So for now, I think this is looking better. This is looking nice. I don't totally mind. Let's light up the nose a little bit. Alright, this looks really natural. This looks really natural. What do you think, guys? This looks really natural, right? So this was like the before and this is the after. See? Like, this is very natural. I've kept it really subtle. Alright, so let's merge the layer. Yeah, this is my worst habit, by the way. I always merge all the layers. Really bad, guys. But I like this way. This is my style. So a lot of people will say, oh, you should not merge the layer, but honestly speaking, this is what I edit like this, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Whatever your style is, just make sure that you don't mess up later on, because once you merge, you don't have any way to get to the, if you fuck up like on the latest layer, you cannot go back. You will have to like undo the whole shit again. So yeah, so I don't fuck up, and that's why I like merge the layers. Usually I don't fuck up. I do fuck up, but usually I don't. That's the case. So quite confident about, you know, my Photoshop skills. All right, what was I doing? Yeah, so now let's smoothen it. Let's smoothen the skin a little bit. So let's start with, okay, keep the flow same. No need to change the brush. I'm just trying to. Okay, so this is basically the same thing, but just that I have added Gaussian blur, and now I'm just painting over so that I can add a little bit of Gaussian blur on the high pass. So if you see, it's a very slight change. You'll come to know, don't worry, you'll come to know. Just let me paint and you will know what exactly is going on. Alright, this looks good, this looks good. And yes, of course, if you have any questions, please do let me know in the comments below, and surely we can discuss that in the next live session. This was like a very unplanned session for me. I didn't plan for this. I was just sitting at home and I was like, while I'm going live and playing games, why shouldn't I, like, you know, try this? So I tried. Alright, so this is the before, this is the after. Let me just zoom in so you see a little bit more clear. This is the before, this is the after. You see? Just smoothing off the whole thing, and very nice. Alright. Perfect, right? Alright. So let's this image is actually looking very pretty. Very pretty. Alright. Let me just add a little bit of liquify. Alright. So this is liquify, guys. I don't know which version you guys are using, but this is the best thing to happen to human race. The liquify 2. Oh, I love reshaping the hair to perfection. Look at this. Look at this before and after. Right? 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 So, alright, let's just slide, because anyways, you know, DSLR, it actually makes you how can I say, it bloats you up. That's the rule of every DSLR camera, or every camera in the world actually. Not talking about the selfie cameras, guys. So just like slide and done. Perfect. Alright, and alright, let's now take care of, I think the face is looking good, although no, I don't want to touch anything else. I just want to keep it natural. I'm really loving how she's looking right now. Okay, so let's go with the body right now. I need to retouch the body a little bit. Alright, same frequency separation. So yeah, so I do it differently. I don't know how you guys do it, but I usually work on the face first, and then I work on the body. Alright. Yeah, I need to make this pigmentation look a little bit less. Okay, cool. So this was the before, this was the after. Nice. So take the same sample over here, a little bit darker. Yeah, slightly. Take the sample over here, paint. Yeah, this makes it quite easy when you're That's okay, don't worry. Because later on you can, of course, play with the opacity and stuff, and you can make it look better. If you are okay, see, this is looking really cool. Alright, a little bit over here. Alright, which color should we choose? Let's say a little bit of this. Yeah, later on we can create the highlight separately if we want to. If I'm happy with what I've created, then I just leave it. I'm like, okay, fine, this looks good. So sort of you can see the reddish tone over here. This is like getting the reddish tone, right? That's fine. You can just make it slightly over here. Alright, see, this is the before, the after. Very nice. Alright, so just take the black a little bit, paint a little bit over here to add a little bit of shadow and noise. See? Perfect. Okay, this looks really good. This looks really, really good. Alright. I think there is not much difference in the skin tone and the face color tone, the skin color tone and the face color tone. It's not much difference now. It's looking very like, you know, properly merged. So cool. So let's merge all the layers again, and now let's crop because this is basically the Instagram crop. Oh, I love the hair, so I'm gonna keep the hair. And yeah, of course, this is the maximum you can post on Instagram. Oh, alright. I usually crop the image first, but I went with the flow this time. Alright, so we're not done yet. Let's go to curves. Increase, 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 and noise. Alright. And should we not? I mean, all right. This is basically adding a little bit of glamour. So if you can see, I can literally control the highlights now, where the light was falling previously. Alright. Okay, so the light is actually alright, perfectly on her nose. Alright, let's keep it this much for now, don't worry. Alright, and let's invert, and the same process. Take the brush, paint over it, add a little bit less flow, paint with white. So I'm painting on the white on this layer. So if we switch it off, switch it on, it's just gonna brighten up the area where I want it to be bright. Alright, see, that's what I said. I can try to do it later. Alright, double click again, and then you can control the brightness you need over there. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit and paste this image over here. this looks good enough. Alright, this looks good. Same thing, of course, it has brightened up all the areas where there was light. So let's paint a little bit over here. Let's see the before and after. Alright. If not, don't worry. See? Perfect. Of course, if you think it's going way too much, you can take, of course, the black and paint over it slightly, and it will be gone. Wow. Okay, so the light is actually looking very natural over here. Let's paint a little bit away. Oh, not the black, sorry, the white. A little bit on the forehead over here. So I am not actually doing a very high end, like a proper retouching. This is basically, of course, it's a retouch. It's a screen retouch. But what I'm saying is, I hope you guys get it. Like, I'm not doing some commercial photo shoot type of retouching right now. I'm doing this for my portfolio, right? And this is a picture to be done for Instagram. So yeah, so I'm taking it in that manner. I'm editing it in that manner. Please don't think that commercial pictures are edited like this. No, they are not. It's a huge difference. Alright, let's brighten the eyes. I think the face and the body is looking perfect, and we can edit the color tones later. We'll of course edit the color tones. Let's merge. Let's create a new curves adjustment layer. Actually, let's create a copy of this layer, and let's create the curves adjustment layer. Alright, so this is the curves adjustment layer. Increase the brightness. Just look at the eyes, don't worry about other things. Just look at the eyes, and cool. Let's go here, invert, and the same thing is you will paint over the layer mask. Inverted layer mask, I mean to say. Alright, so take the white, reduce the brush. The flow is 2%, and gone. So wherever it was bright, it's gonna be bright. See? Genius. The man who invented Photoshop. Genius. Adobe is literally like a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire or multi-millionaire company right now just because of Photoshop, I think. And they're very smart, by the way. They're very smart. They know how to control their products and how to segregate their products in different categories. Adobe is very smart. No doubt, no doubt. Of course, they are like a huge corporation right now. Alright, let's keep the opacity at 50. Yeah, I think it's enough bright. I don't want to make it too bright. It will just stand out. Alright. Alright. This is looking really good. Alright. Ah, sorry. Okay, so next is the color toning. So color toning depends on alright, let's try it here. So this image is already a little bit yellow. Let's add a little bit blue, not too much. Don't go overboard again over here. Same process. Like, I do want red in this, but not too much. Let's say 2. 2 is good. Midtones, shadows. Alright. No. Alright. And highlights, I will add just a little bit of. So I'm trying to tone right now the highlights. So if it goes yellow, it's blue. So that's why I'm just trying to make it like a little bit of towards the blue and the red. 2. Okay, I'll just show you the slight difference it creates. Can you see? This is the before, this is the after. Can you see the skin tone coming to life? So this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to just tweak a little bit and solve the issue. You don't have to like this is not a photo manipulation that you edit for hours and hours, and you know, you create layers and layers and then you get a beautiful image later on. But this is retouching. I like to keep it very subtle. So if you see, if I switch off this layer right now and switch it on back, see how the color is changing. And I literally, in front, you guys saw, I literally just changed like 2 plus 2 minus 2 plus 3 minus 3. I didn't go above 3. Alright, so this is how like the tone fits it properly. Alright, let's merge this. Let's go to levels. Oh sorry, this is hue and saturation. No. Let's go to levels. Yeah, levels. Alright, so this is RGB. I can literally go and, like, you know, make this bright, make this dark, but I will not. Okay, I think this was at 1. Okay, so let's choose reds. So I want reds a little bit, so same, just like 2. Okay, the greens, I don't want to touch the greens, so don't touch the greens, keep it at 1. The blue, of course, this side blue, this side yellow, so I will choose a little bit of yellow. So a little bit of yellow is like, alright, saw the tone again jumping from a little bit of bluish to a little bit of yellowish, like slight yellow you can feel. I don't know if you guys can see this because it's on YouTube right now, and you guys have different phones, you might be watching on different laptop, and your laptop might be interpreting or showing the colors differently. But yeah, this is like a huge difference for my eyes at least. Alright, do let me know in the comment section if you can see it or not. So later on I'll try to, like, you know, put on some samples in my Instagram account so you can check it out later. Alright, this is looking really beautiful right now. I don't want to retouch anything now. I just love this image right now, how it looks, how it's like, you know, how the output has come right now. Let me just quickly soften up the skin over here. I think this needs to be a little bit softer. Remove the lines quickly. Oh yeah, that's the quickest way. Alright, perfect. Yeah, yeah, just let's brush a little bit over here, a little bit over there. Alright, this looks perfect. Okay, So the image is looking really good, really natural. Let's go back to history. Let's go back to the image it was and open. This was the before, and this is the after. Nice, very, very nice. Anyhow, just hold on a second. So what else can we do? What else can we do? Let's do something out of the box. This is like a very simple portrait right now. I just want to, should we add some overlays, or should we should we add some gradients? I mean, why not? I mean, we can for sure. Or we should keep it simple. Alright, let's keep it simple. Although I would love to add something from alright, so alright. Let's add a gradient. Should we add a gradient? Okay, let's add a gradient. Fine. Let's choose basics, black and white. Say okay. Go back. Oh, sorry, cancel. What the heck? Sorry, open this. 50 is the location. Okay, just let me see if I can, like, you know, change a little bit. Okay, that's okay for now. Okay, let's delete this. Let's add another layer, copy layer. Now, alright. Okay, so this is basically making it the gradient. Let's choose gradient from here. Alright, got it. So let's keep it basics. White. Alright. Yeah, I was choosing the wrong gradient, by the way. So sorry. So I was choosing the wrong gradient. I was going for the gradient fill. I should have gone for the gradient fill, but I went for the gradient layer. So this is a gradient fill. Alright, let's let it be linear. Let it be linear. Let's change the angle though. Or should we change the way it is first? So let's create another point here. Let's say 50. Alright. And let's reduce the opacity over here. So you can see now there are two parts. There's one. You'll see this tutorial in my previous, okay, the previous one. So let's make this also white, by the way, because we don't want any color over here. So these are the two whites. If you can see, now the gradient looks perfect. Okay, let's say okay. Let's say okay. Now create another gradient the same way. Gradient fill. Alright, now let this time choose a color. Let's say I want to go with blues. She's wearing red. Red will complement blue. Alright. Let's say blue, and let's say okay. For now. Let's say okay. Alright, press Alt and pin this one to this. Say, very simple trick. Now you can just go there and choose like whatever blues and whatever color you want. I just want something very light. Should we go with purples? What do you think? Or pastels? facials will look really cool. Now we can of course remove, like, you know, make the opacity less, make it look more gradient, of course, make it more merged with the image. And you can also use the blending modes on this one, by the way. So these are the reds. Too bright, too hard on the image. I don't want the reds. Oh, okay. This is looking better actually. Alright, if you want to angle, you can, of course, you can change the angle of this one and make it like a little bit more. Alright, and just reduce the opacity over here, reduce the opacity over here. Like perfect, right? It pushes out a little bit of color on the image. And of course you can always go back here and oh, don't create another one, sorry. Like use, oh sorry, again use this point to push back the color which is coming from below over here. And same, if you touch here, again push back the color on the top. See, perfect gradient, very nice. I do like the thing coming from below over here. So let's start with here. Oh, nice. Alright, this is looking really nice now. I just need to change the color over here slightly. Slightly. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay, I kind of like this one. Okay. Okay, I like this one. Let's go with this one. Alright, so see, this was a before. Sorry. Let's group. Alright, let's group. Alright, so this was the before. This is the after. Of course, you can remove the whole opacity, like control the whole opacity of the layer, and of course change how the image looks. But I think this looks really nice. Also, by the way, try to make the image a little bit more brighter, because now the gradients are overpowering a little bit of the image. So let's do one thing, let's add a little bit of contrast. Let's go to curves, let's bring down the curves a little bit, slightly, sorry, bring up the curves a little bit, slightly. Okay, and alright, slightly, see? Alright, so yeah, not too much. If you think it's too much, always have the opacity. So alright, this looks cool. Perfect, this looks perfect. Let's merge and let's go to camera raw again, just final. So if you want to increase the exposure a little bit, let's say 15, perfect. Let's say the highlights, I don't want the highlights to be there, it's fine. So shadows, no, don't touch the shadows too much. Turn that. I'm very like such a fan of that thing over there, shadows. I'm the tuning of shadows. I always try to control. Be strong, okay, control. So not too much shadows, don't pull too much shadows, okay. it looks really cool, but don't. Okay, be strong. So whites, nah, I don't think so. No. Blacks, I can add blacks, but it will just look worse. So just a little bit, like five or 4 or something like that. Cool. Now the texture, a little bit. This is 2020, Photoshop 2020, the latest one. The texture thing is not available for all the people over here, by the way. So let me just show you a little bit from the near. Texture basically adds more texture to your skin. It's not to be used very regularly, by the way. I will not suggest. Like 5 or 4 is more than enough. Clarity is something else, but texture is something else. So yeah. All right, let's say okay, and there you go. This is the final output of the image. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, like they enjoyed the explanation of my workflow. And this is not the only workflow I have, by the way. Commercial photos, as I said before, are edited differently, and what I put on Instagram is for fun and to experiment with my pictures. So I am not taking them so seriously right now. Neither should you, unless you are doing some commercial work on your Instagram. So yeah, so keep in mind, guys, the more you try, the more you research on Photoshop, the more you study Photoshop, keep an open mind, try new things with Photoshop, try new blending modes and stuff. And yes, of course, you can use blending modes on these gradients as well. You can use overlay, you can use screen. So yeah, so this is how like you will start learning and understanding Photoshop more in a more better way. Okay, anyhow, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my first YouTube live. This is how I fumble. See, this is how I fumble. So thank you so much for watching my first YouTube live, guys, and I'll see you soon with more Photoshop tricks and more Photoshop ideas. Stay tuned till then. Watch my channel, share my channel with others, and subscribe to my channel, like my videos. Let me know any suggestions if you have in the comments below. Take care. Bye bye.